Durag Wisdom here, folks, and welcome to Y2K 19.03.18. There's a lot of stuff happening in the news. We have a president of the United States, a Nazi, KKK, racist traitor, who is now threatening people with being violently taken off by biker gangs and members of the army and the police department who are all on his side. They're all on this creep's side. Just let us dare try to take him out of office legally. And him and his followers, and there is 60 million of them, the people, the 40% that they always talk about, that's like 60 million people. So I take that very seriously. This 2020 election that's going to be coming up, I'm like sitting on the edge of my seat, wondering if I should be prepared or not in case this creep decides he's going to stay in office and send all his thugs after all of us. But that's not what I was going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to just say something about democratic socialism. In fact, it's also known as far as I'm concerned, socio-capitalism. So, not only am I a democratic socialist, but at the same time, I'm a socio-capitalist. And all these candidates that are running who cannot explain what democratic socialism is, it really gets on my nerves that none of these people can explain something that they say they are. So let me just tell you all how I understand democratic socialism. Democratic socialism is another word for socio-capitalism. And a socio-capitalist like me believes that everybody has the right to go out and work and have private property or have commodities, things that you like to own, stuff like that. But at the same time, I believe that as a worker, as a money earner, or whatever, I am obligated to send my taxes to help others through government programs. Because anytime you have the government doing things, giving money out, helping other people, that's socialism. And that includes the socialism these big giant corporations get when they get bailed out. See, they never mention, these creeps like Trump never mention about the socialism that these capitalists enjoy. I'm enjoying my socialist security. I'm enjoying my having Medicare. I like the fact that the government is involved in protecting our roads, our parks, giving us all the services that we need, our police department, our army, all of this stuff that's paid for by the government. That's socialism, whether you like it or not. Now I understand, and so did George Orwell, that socialism is a word that has been abused and used by fascists, the Nazis, the National Socialists, and by the communists, the Soviet socialists. And George Orwell wrote a book called 1984, in which he created a totalitarian system that was both totalitarian communist and totalitarian fascist. And they abused the word socialism because the system that Orwell created is something called English socialism, IngSoc in the Newspeak language that he created for that novel. So he knew as well as I do that socialism is not understood. Well, there's a bad socialism, a socialism that says you're not allowed to own anything, that you're not allowed to have, if you go out and work, we own your house, you can't buy a house with it, you can't do this with it, you can't do that with it. That's a bad kind of socialism. But a good kind of socialism is one that says you work, you earn money, you earn enough money, you're obligated to help others. You pay your taxes and the government gives out these government programs to help others less fortunate. That's what being a socio-capitalist is. A socio-capitalist. If they're uncomfortable with using the term socialist, which I am not uncomfortable with being a democratic socialist. But that makes me also a socio-capitalist because I do have private property. I do have some commodities. So therefore, that makes me a capitalist. But the fact that I want to do my fair share in taxes, the fact that I support government-sponsored programs, the fact that I want the government to be more involved in making sure that everybody is treated fairly and given a better life, that makes me a democratic socialist or socio-capitalist. And the two of them, capitalism and socialism, can be combined together in socio-capitalism or democratic socialism to work together for the benefit of us all. We don't allow one or the other to have total fanatic control beyond belief. And as far as I'm concerned, if any system has control beyond belief in our society, is this capitalism. And right now, under this creep, this traitor, this Nazi traitor, he's going to take our public lands and cover them with oil, gas, and other sludge. Beautiful public lands where you can lay up under the stars, be one with nature. The holy lands, the pure holy lands of our country that he wants to dump on. We live, ladies and gentlemen, right now in a naked ape world, a savage naked ape world where people are being murdered right and left, where people's rights are being stomped upon, where there is racism, like such as make America great again. Let's lock up more children in concentration camp detention cages. Make America great again. Oh, those Nazis are good too. Make America great again. Let's lock out the immigrants from coming into our country. Make America great again. Oh, man, let's make America white again. And it wasn't white in the first place. And its entire planet isn't white. It's a combination of colors. And socialism and capitalism can work together to make a better life for all of us. And as a democratic socialist, aka socio-capitalist, I plan to do my part. And people like ignorant, fascist scum like the Trumps, his fascist party, and the other authoritarian creeps in the world, they could try to stop me, but they will never, ever undermine the true nature of humane, of the dignity of socio-capitalism, i.e. democratic socialism.